Okay, London session done. Took one trade on EURAUD. I'm in replay mode at the moment, looking at EURAUD on the H2. Have everything that I'm looking for in order to use this as my hard time frame bias. We have bullish directional bias. 70% of the levels on the H2 are bullish. Weekly traders are in false breakout. Daily traders are in trend breakout. So these are unidirectional cycles. Tells me that the hard time frame traders are pushing strong in one direction, and there's a high probability that the H2 is pushing in that direction as well. So last week closed bearish breakout. We broke out below previous week low, and now we flipped that breakout level. Whenever you flip a breakout low and trade above it, turns all of this into a possible swing point, and I'm always looking to trade away from that peak formation. So one thing I didn't like about this is that price did not come down and reject at the previous week low. I always want to see a rejection. When price comes down, I prefer to see a rejection because this might just be a price fluctuation. And that rejection would be good on the setup time frame. But in this case, I don't mind seeing it on the daily, which we have right here. So price did come down and faked out on the daily. And so this is valid to look for buys, but I'd rather see that on the setup time frame. So I do have to be careful about what happens up here. So I had bullish bias. Momentum time frame has been triggered. Daily traders have been triggered into the market. Hard time frame traders are the ones driving the move. So once price triggered that previous day high and currently breaking out above it, I want to trade in that same direction. Market is in expansion. A very quick way for me to know that the market is moving is by just looking at the bar flow. Bar flow at the top is the setup time frame, closed bearish breakout. I want to see a breakout of the current bar or the previous one. Bar flow at the bottom is the momentum time frame, which is the daily. There's no breakout on the current one or the previous one, but we are breaking out of the current previous day high. So I consider this expansion as well, and so this setup is valid. Last thing here is a setup. That's a trend reversal setup. Setups to trade every move in the market, and this flag one is a trend reversal setup. So trend reversal setup, we have a move. In this case, we're moving bullish, but the last bar closed as a bearish breakout bar. We have bullish bias, last bar closed, bearish breakout. And so what I want to see is price come down, fake out the low of the H2, and then first trade would come up to that breakout level. And next trade is a flip of that breakout level. This is a false breakout move, and hopefully price will continue on with that trend reversal breakout. So that's what I'm looking for, trend reversal. I trade this on the M2. I trade H2 bars on the M2, just hover over this bottom there, execution time frame. H2 bars traded on the M2. So what I saw on this, actually I saw this in Asia session, and I mentioned this in the Asia session video, that we initially had a trend continuation move, breakout followed by a bearish fake out, which is a trend continuation. Breakout followed by a bearish fake out, looking for price to come down, fake out the low, and take it up. So price did come down, faked out the low, but again, there was no rejection to the bottom. And I did mention this on the video. This could be a possible entry. Did not take that one though. And shortly after the video ended, price came down and gave me that rejection that I'm looking for. And so right at London Open, 2 p.m. over here, there's the entry right there. And this is the move that I took right at London Open. I already saw this during Asia, and taking this up as per my setup to the fake out level. So the entry is a false breakout move. We have the breakout reversal, faking out the low below that breakout level, and then getting above that breakout level is a false breakout. And actually in this case, we got above the previous high above that breakout level. So this is actually a trend reversal entry. And so setup on the sheet tells me that I want to take this up to at least that fake out level and hopefully continue on. That was the idea, but then price started to reverse, and this is where I exited my trade. So with the way that I do my trade management, if price can get up to 85% of my initial trade and starts to reverse around 85%, this is the point where I start to exit my trade. So I'm not going to risk all this profit that I made just to make this little bit. So once price started to reverse, I saw that the breakout level started to flip, and once price got underneath the M30 high, that's when I exited. So instead of 3R, I ended up getting about 2R, and that was that. And so after this, I still stayed with it because I do think that the market will continue pushing up. and I did continue to wait on EURAUD, and there was a trend retracement setup over on this bar after the H4 bar closed. Was looking for a trend retracement setup. On the next bar here, the star icon's trend retracement setup. So on this one, I was waiting for a bullish breakout bar, retrace back to that breakout level, fake out the momentum time frame, and look for a entry pattern back up to the high of that bar. So I was waiting for that over here, and it never gave me any entry here. So breakout level was bullish and faked out. This is a breakout continuation move. I could take this one, but I've said before that I don't like this one. My favorite entry pattern is the reversal pattern because these only happen at swing points while these ones happen in between those swing points. So the one that showed up is a breakout continuation, breakout level, faking out the low, and I want to take this back up to one of these fake out levels. But these ones, since I trade all 3 sessions, I prefer trading the reversal one. These are safer ones to take. And so the only way that that could happen is if there's a breakout bar on the M30, and there was a breakout bar on the M30, which pushes this breakout level up, but there was no rejection to the low over here. So I ended up not looking for this, and that was it. Did not take this move. No sign of a rejection. I want to see a sign of a rejection in order for me to take this. And that's it. Something else here, I noticed that the bar flow, there was no breakouts in the bar flow. So this was another reason why I didn't want to enter on this move as well. And so once there's breakouts, then I know that the market's moving. But now the session time is a little bit off now. This is already end of London, and New York session is about to start. So there's no way I'm going to be entering into here. And I think there were ranges as well. I have the other chart where I'm looking at all the time frames, and I saw that there were some ranges. I had to be a little bit careful about that. And so that's it. So did not take this one, only took this one. 2R exited once price started to reverse underneath that M30 high, and that's it. Was also looking at GBP AUD. I think this one set up a little bit better actually on the H1. There was I think it was, here was the entry. On the H1, there was a breakout bar that gives me a trend retracement setup. On the daily, I saw that price came down, faked out the range low. Whenever you fake out one side of the range, I expect price to get to the other side. And so I didn't mind taking this. So here we go. Bullish directional bias, momentum time frame triggered, markets in expansion. There is a range here, but we're above it. On the daily range, we're above that daily range. So this setup is valid. Trend retracement setup, looking for price to drop down and fake out a low and take it up. So price did come down. So I'm looking for one of these patterns again. Most of the time, I'm looking for these sort of patterns on the breakouts. Favorite one again is this reversal pattern. This one right here, breakout reversal underneath that breakout level. This is an aggressive entry. Counter trend breakout is also an aggressive entry for me. And I prefer taking the flip of the breakout level. So these text in black, these are the ones that I prefer to take when these patterns show up. These are the safer ones. While these ones are still valid to take, but more aggressive. So this one's a breakout reversal entry. The indicator lets me know exactly which entry it is, M15 breakout reversal. The one breaking out of the M15 high below that breakout level is a counter trend breakout entry. And again, indicator lets me know, picks it off perfectly. M15 counter trend breakout. This could have been the entry. And I saw it, I was watching it, and really was tempted to take it, but I ended up not doing it. I thought that there was a possibility that the H4 bar would push down and give me a fake out of a low. So ended up not taking this. Was a good setup, good entry. Yeah, not sure. For me, I prefer these flips of breakout levels. So this is the reason why I didn't take it. But I did watch it, and yeah, moved better than EURAUD in my opinion. And that's it. That's the trade that I took. One trade on EURAUD, missed trade on GBP AUD, or maybe skip trade, I would say. Was also looking at gold. Gold on the M15 was bearish. So using the M15 as the higher time frame bias, these are more scalps. So price broke out below, I think there was H8 low, broke out below, and once you have a breakout on the M15, I'm looking to trade momentum, which I trade on the M1. And at this point, right at London Open or shortly before London Open, I was waiting for a pullback, which actually did happen right over here, but it did not give me a nice fake out of a high. So I didn't like this price action. Wouldn't take these entries. These are too close to my target. And there was some more entries over here, flipping breakout levels. Actually, I don't like this one. This is a H1. I'm looking at the H1 right now. H1 is bullish over here. Yeah, no, actually, I don't like any of these, but it did pull back. Every time these bars pull back when we have strong directional bias, I'd be looking to take this down every time there's a fake out of a high and a flip of a breakout level. But in this case, H1 breakout level would prevent me from getting into these. And looks like there's a range as well. So initially, I wanted to take it, and I did like it, but the entry was a little bit too far for me. Maybe if I drop down to lower time frame, I could find a better one. M15 is the momentum time frame, so if I want to trade the M15 bar, I drop down to the 15 seconds. That's where I trade that M15 bar, and I'm pretty sure I could find an entry here, reversal entry over here, or maybe not. I guess this one, but not the best one. I probably wouldn't be sitting around waiting for all that. All right, so gold didn't set up for me. I did guess the direction correctly, but no entries on gold. And that's it. Okay, so only one trade on EURAUD, skip trade on GBP AUD, and now waiting for New York session.